and I'm the granddaughter of Elizabeth Carlos. First, I would like to thank everyone for all their love and support throughout the past few weeks. I am very sad to have lost such a caring grandmother, but in my heart, she was more like a mother to me. She took care of me while my mom was sick and even after my mom passed away. You could say that I consider her as my mother figure, and I was a replacement of my mom in her eyes. Till the day my grandma passed away, she was nothing but helpful, nurturing, and loving to me. I have many childhood memories of going to the Asbury Church and going to Sunday school every now and then because I knew that my grandma wanted me to be close to God. The one thing that she always wanted for me was to know God and have a personal relationship with Him. Every time I would go to my uncle and my grandma's house when I was little, she would always tell me stories about the Bible and also told me stories about my mother, who she missed dearly. She also told me stories that her grandma also used to tell her growing up. At some time in the future, when I will have my own grandchild, I want to have that same relationship I have with my grandma. My grandma always loved family gatherings, whether it is New Year's, Christmas, Easter, or even birthdays. When I call her, she would always ask me, "Are we celebrating Thanksgiving at your house?" And I would say, "Yes, Grandma, we are." And I will let you know more details later. This was because she would ask a month before Thanksgiving. But this past Thanksgiving was different. And why was it different? It was because I knew that the holidays were one of her favorite times to come out to our house and mingle. One of my fondest memories of every celebration was a prayer that she would say every time before a meal. But this past Thanksgiving, she was not there to pray before dinner. I will admit that it was an awkward silence, but we truly felt her presence in the room. Her prayers are so powerful to me that they always touch my heart. She attended all my dance recitals growing up and every event that was important to me, such as graduating middle school and high school. During the times that she was sick this year, I was always thinking to myself that I want her to live to see me graduate from college. I knew that in her heart, she wanted to see me receive that diploma and get a good career after that. All she wanted for me was to believe in the Lord and to study as hard as I could. I kept telling her in the hospital that I wanted her to fight and to stay strong because I wanted her to be there next May to see me graduate from college. She nodded, and I knew that she was already tired, but in her heart, she was a warrior fighting till the end. I made sure that when I was home from college, I would always go visit her. Sometimes I would take her out to lunch, or we would go to the mall and go shopping because Grandma and I love clothes. My uncle and my dad would tease me by saying that we were shopping buddies. My grandma always dressed well. She had very good taste in fashion, especially with scarves. Spending these past few weeks with my grandma showed me what kind of woman she is and the life that she lived. Her character really came out. What I saw was a strong woman who was strong emotionally and physically. She had a strong belief and faith toward God and her loved ones, She had a strong belief and faith toward God and her loved ones, and she fought till the very end through her sicknesses, such as from her hip surgery to having diabetes, and etc., which just showed me that she was a strong woman. What amazes me to this day is her pride and dedication to the church and how active she was with other organizations. My grandma had many talents that will never be forgotten, and one of those is sign language. I hope that in the near future I will be able to carry on that legacy. One of her favorite hobbies was to write. She wrote many stories, person of the months, and she kept a journal that I found while cleaning her apartment. Her writing skills were beyond excellent. As I was writing this tribute to my grandma, I had my Tito, Jonathan, read it, and he said that writing was one of her delightful attributes. She helped many people, and maybe that is what led me to go to college and study human services to be a social worker and work with the elderly. Words cannot express the love and the comfort that I received from my grandma. What I look back on usually is when she sees me laughing, she laughs too, and she tells me that she's happy because I'm happy. When I would have rough times, I knew I could always give her a call. She gave me good advice and always referred me to the Lord and pray that everything will be okay. I feel that it is true of what some of the church members say, that they say that I was the apple of my grandma's eye. She wanted nothing but the best for me. Instead of being her granddaughter, I felt like her daughter throughout my life. One of my favorite mottos is to live life to the fullest, and my grandma definitely lived that kind of life. Now she is resting peacefully with the Lord and is rejoicing with my mom and her beloved husband. I love her with all my heart, and I will truly miss her. I am glad to know now that I have 2 angels in heaven watching over me